Now this has the wow factor, and it's not difficult to do. It's a Pavlova roulade with fresh berries. Let me show you how easy it is to do. Let's start with preparing the pan. I'm using a Swiss roll pan, and we're going to line it with baking paper. Just position the paper nicely so the overhang is equal on both sides, and whoops, mark the corner. I'll show you why we're doing all this. Now that you've got the 4 corners marked, just fold the paper, because we need the paper to stand up. So the sides of the paper needs to stay standing up. Now we're going to do the Pavlova, and Janet's going to help us with the beating. Now for any kind of meringue, there are a couple of watch points. Number 1, the bowl must be spotlessly clean, and we've wiped the bowl out with a cut side of a lemon. Secondly, if on the eventuality that one of your eggs, the yolks break, it's always a good idea to separate the egg over a clean, separate little bowl. Then Mr. Yolk goes in there, and the white goes in here, and altogether now we've had 4 eggs, 1, 2, 3, 4. And Janet is going to beat that. And just when you get to the stage where you get these bubbles, then you add some more lemon juice. Now the big secret here is to beat like mad, like that Janet has done, without adding any sugar. And all we have here is egg white and lemon juice, and we've beaten it until it stands up. Now at this stage you can start adding the sugar. If you add the sugar too soon, you're going to have a disaster. Add the sugar gradually, just 1 spoonful at a time. Now I don't know if you can hear the noise of the beaters have slowed down and dulled, because the mixture is getting so thick now. So we can add the last bit of sugar and really beat it in well. Now we're going to add the boiling water to the roulade. 1 tablespoon, beat it in. We add the corn flour, but instead of just plonking it in, sift it in. Now we fold it in gently. Can you see how thick and fluffy that mixture is? Now we need to glue this paper into the pan, and we've got ready-made glue here. Just use some of the extra meringue that's over, and then push it down, and you can see it glues the paper down into the pan. Now the meringue goes in. Do it in 3 or 4 blobs along the length of the pan. There we are. Now use a tablespoon and just spread this evenly into the pan. It has slight resistance against the spoon because it is so thick. Now this goes into the oven, but unlike a normal meringue, we don't have to leave it in the oven for hours. It only goes into the oven for 25 minutes. Here we've got one that we did yesterday. So the big reason for doing this is to show you you can make all this the day before. Take another piece of paper, put it on top, and if your hands are big enough you can turn it, but I find it a bit easy if I put something here just to help me turn it. So Don't worry, you will get a certain amount of cracking and breaking of the meringue. That's how it should be. Then we just gently keep the paper low down when you, oh thanks Janet, just peel it away. Now we've got to put the filling on, and the filling is basically cream, but to cut the sweetness of the cream and the roulade, we're going to add a little bit of cheesecake to it, and it also firms up the cream so that it doesn't go weepy. You can do this whole thing the day before and keep it in the fridge, and on the day just put your pretty berries on. Now here's the cheesecake mix, and Janet, just lift up the beaters, Janet. You can see we've half whipped that cream. Then we can add the cheesecake mix and just beat it until the cream is thick. Just see, here's this lovely light fluffy cream. Now we're not going to use all the cream on the roulade. We'll keep about half the cream back to, or perhaps 1/3 we'll keep back to pipe over the top. So just spread the cream, just stop a little short of the very ends. Now once we've spread the cream on, then we can put some berries. Put the berries sort of not too close to the end, not exactly in the middle, but a little closer to you. And I'm using raspberries. You can use sliced strawberries, you can use whatever is in season. If you don't have berries, you can use summer fruits like nectarines. Also absolutely delicious. A couple of strawberry slices in there. Right, now, only difficult part. Not difficult, but you just need to know what to do here. Lift it up and use the paper to help you. Roll it until it lies on the join. So the join is now below. Yeah. I love that look. Now for the top, to do the berries and the whole story, the bit of cream that we've got over, we've put a biggish nozzle. You can also use one of the nozzles from our icing kit into a piping bag. Stand the bag up in any container that you have. Cream goes in. Then squish the bag to force the cream down. And then we pipe nice big generous swirls of cream. So these are just some strawberry leaves that we had in the garden, but you can use whatever small fine green leaves you have. And now you can be as creative as you like. Strawberry slices, I've left the green tops on, got a couple of raspberries over, and then of course these blueberries are wonderful to give you that striking contrast. Your guests are going to say you are a brilliant cook.